JV Cycles here with an update on March the 19th. So my 4-week cycle is in the bearish phase, and we still have about 1 week to go. And we were quite oversold last weekend and at this support line, so we did get a bounce. So so far in this bearish phase we have actually just bounced up. Not very bearish action so far, but still 1 week to go with this bearish phase. But it's not looking very bearish, although you know this bullish phase was totally sabotaged, couldn't rally. But we need to see more breakdowns here to get confirmations of a bearish scenario. So looking at cycles, here's my 10-week cycle. As you see, that one is topping out. It's turning down soon. But you know, we could go. It still may have some upside left here, although this cycle looks like it has topped. You know, it's still possible with 1-2 weeks or before it really turns down here. But the market is not correlating well with this 10-week cycle. Looking at the quarterly cycle, that one is going down. 16-week cycle or 17-week cycle, that one has been the most dominant lately, and as we see, we do not correlate well with that one, and it is turning down into a low around May. And the composite of these, you know, again, we are not correlating well with this composite, but the composite of these 3 cycles is pointing down into early May. Looking at more composite cycles, this is a composite of many cycles, and it suggested roughly an A, B, C bear flag before the bear market capitulates into the summer sometime. So that could be the formation we're in, but you know, we turned down or topped out very early, so there could be room for some kind of a topping formation here. So looking at only the longer cycles, you know, that one is going sideways a couple of weeks before it really turns down. So yeah, if we look at you know, this it doesn't look very bearish, although we broke down from this support line. We found support at this other line, and it, you know, in the bull market, this would definitely look like just an A, B, C pullback, or call it a mild correction, and yeah, on we go. So I don't know. I don't like this. We need to see some kind of a breakdown here, and that could very well come this coming week. I have you know, a scenario from these down legs in bear markets. We're here in black, and we have some averages here, and we're in the upper range here. So if this really is a down leg in the bear market, we should normally flush down hard here the next 1-2 weeks. But there are some scenarios at this point, although the average doesn't show it, that kind of made some kind of a sideways consolidation here before we resumed downwards. So I'm really not sure about this. If you look here, well, here in gray I have the important 40-week offset, and as you see, we are really close to it, trying to break above it, but the recent weeks we have pulled down and stayed below. So breaking out here would be very unusual in a bear market, so we should really flush down here and not try to break above it. So we have this trend line here in the log chart giving us support. We had this perhaps false breakout, then we should break down. But if it is a real breakout, you know, we should rally. My cycle, this is the 7-year cycle, still suggesting some kind of a low in the summer, but if we start to rally here, then the cycle is done. Still looking at this analog from the 2000 bear market, you know, we made A, B, C bear flag, and then we pulled back down again and couldn't find support at this broken trend line, a bit below, a bit above, before we capitulated. And that's actually what I'm looking for here. So, you know, in this tricky situation where bulls think, oh, it's a bullish breakout, we have to buy here, and then we rally. And bears, you know, we have broken down, but we don't really break down, and what is this going on? And then finally we capitulate. So I could see us have some some difficult period here going forward, where we don't know, is this breaking up or breaking down, and then we could capitulate. And again, here we have many offsets and moving averages, important ones. And we are really right here in the area where everything is going on. You know, so many lines here, we could easily break down or find support and going up. So tricky situation. But the cycles, you know, the geomagnetic storm a couple of weeks ago is still giving us a bearish bias going forward here. So I do still believe this should break down here. The bear market should continue, but I don't feel very confident here. The S&P is holding up pretty well. You know, the Norwegian market crashed down 5% this recent week, and yeah, it looks bearish. So I don't like this, but if we get up here or if we get down here, we will soon better know what's going on here. But right in this area, you know, it's hard to say. So I think that was everything for today. Not feeling very good today, so yeah. I guess that was it. Where was my 4-week cycle? Here. Yeah, tricky situation here, but you know, a weekend. Well, what bank will be saved this weekend or on Monday? You know, will we gap up? Yeah, the banks are saved, or will we flush down? And then we have the Fed, the rate decision coming up. Oh, a very tricky situation, but still, I think my cycles and, you know, the stuff I'm looking at are telling me this should be breaking down into a capitulation low in the summer. That's my main scenario. I was very uncertain about it after, well, in January with this breakout. Actually, all the way back to October, I didn't like this at all, being bearish and not seeing this, call it bullish action. Quite an unusual bull, or say, if this is a bear market rally, it's not a very normal bear market rally, but it still could be, and I still think it is. But we have to get this breakdown to really get the confirmation. You know, going down below the December lows. If you get down there and lower, then look out for new bear market lows. So, hope you are doing well, and see you in the next one.